Good morning, good people of the ENOG community. Hello, welcome. I'm Axel Pavlik, I'm the Managing Director of the RIPE NCC. I am happy to be back here in Moscow and in this ballroom. Feels like home by now. I've done it so many times. Nice to see you all. So, ENOG 15 already, it's amazing. Apparently something works here. So why are we doing ENOGs? Why are we doing those regional meetings? To build community and to exchange experiences, to meet new people and old friends, and to have some fun too. The RIPE NCC is not doing this alone. Our co-host, the Moscow Internet Exchange, is here. Thank you for co-hosting with us. Also, we have sponsors. We have NetNod, we have the Technical Center of Internet, and the Coordination Center for .ru, for the TLD. So I don't want to stand in the way of the interesting content here. Speaking for the RIPE NCC, I know that we have all sorts of staff here from nearly every department of the Home Office. I haven't seen Piotr yet. We have a new board member, but maybe he's enjoying breakfast still. I'll point him out later on. Also, and that's maybe interesting for our members, we have a new Chief Financial Officer, Gwen van Berne. She's over there. Gwen is responsible for sending you your invoices, so I hear there are some interesting developments and you might want to talk to her, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. So, what else do I have? This is a really big meeting, or supposed to be a really big meeting. We have 650 registrants so far. It'll be interesting to see how they all fit in here, but I'm optimistic there are still some open seats. We had, that was last week, 134 newcomers. By now I expect them to be maybe 150. It's up, of course, it's up. So it's interesting to see that there are new people popping up all the time, joining the community. That's very, very nice. We have attendees from 26 other countries outside of Russia. That's also a nice big number. We have 4 RACI attendees. You'll see their presentations later on. We have a couple of ENOG fellows, and I met them already. It's 4 of them already. So that's basically all I have to say. Of course, there is a service center outside for the RIPE NCC. If you have any issues, any questions, anything you want to talk to us about, Natasha and Tatiana will be there in a moment. I saw them inside here a moment ago. Yes, and that's basically all I have to say. Who's next? Alexei, where are you? Come. Nice to see you again. Good morning. Thank you very much.
Здравствуйте, дорогие товарищи.
Good morning, dear friends. So we were all waiting for Elena Voronina, but unfortunately she couldn't make it. To join us in the beginning. She's CEO, General Director. She's busy, and I'm retired. I am a free person. I am a member of the board of MXKX. Hence I was supposed to say a few words on behalf of the sponsor and the Technical Center of Internet. That's another sponsor. So I'm wearing 2 hats here. So we always thought ENOG conference to be very informative, and at least we have this kind of dearth of deficit of communication for technical people. And ENOG conference, just like the MSKX forum, we always support. I mean, the technical center, MSKX by default, yeah. And presently, as you can see, inadequate external policies that's beyond our scope. We always wanted internet to be the proper system, sustainable, self-sufficient, living by itself and separately from all the external politics and impact. And we can all see that politics turns more and more inadequate, and we hope that it is a temporary condition. And the politicians will finally realize that they have to behave in a more decent manner. But still, as a consequences, internet becomes too segmented. This is one of the scenarios that ISOC developed in its own time. But now we see it materializing. So they want to filter everything, to break down into components and do something different in every component. But I'm saying that because the role of such conferences becomes even more important, because it allows people to get together and discuss regional, local problems, remembering that those regional segments are part of the big whole thing. And again, I believe that our meetings like ours are especially instrumental nowadays. And I believe that, again, this meeting will be very successful, and you will have 2 wonderful days, informative and enjoyable, and you'll have a chance for informal communication. And good luck, and let's start working. Thank you. So, to fill in the pause, I would like to first say good morning. I hope you had a nice coffee. My name is Sergei Masayedov, ENOG chairman of the committee. So as soon as I see my slide, I'll continue. Elena, please say a couple of words on behalf of the host. Good morning, dear colleagues. So please forgive me for being delayed in a traffic jam. But today I'm not representing the commercial part. I'm not speaking on behalf of MSKX commercial. So conventionally, we have been supporting several non-commercial, non-profitable projects. Several years ago, we presented them. We launched them here at ENOG. And let me just remind you about them and update about the status. And again, I want to draw your attention to our magazine, Internet from the Inside, as it is. And today, we published a new issue about the fundamental technology, DNS technology, and available, absolutely free complimentary copy at the reception. The second project that we have been supporting for the last few years is a third-tier domain. So some time ago, when the .ru domain was registered, so several special domains appeared, like netru, pp, org.ru. So they had a special status then, and registered the domain, but then the domain .ru decided to remove their status, but kept the domains. And first, they were supported by Rosneft, and then MSKX supports them, and presently, several thousand domains have been registered there, and it is still very popular and enjoys great interest. And we register free of charge some domains. If you want, if you're interested to non-profitable project, please turn to the domain administrator and use this opportunity. The domains are quite stable. DNS are hosted at the network, at the same network as our national domains. Please use them. And I guess another project, MSKX, supports the research network projects. And Data Fund, the project is evolving and keeps evolving, and we support the RIR relevant database and the routing information. We cooperate with providers and analyze generally routing and addresses in the internet. So the information is free of charge, and we publish it, and we have the website IBDB. So please use it in your activity. I thank you for your attention, and have a good day. So let me follow up on behalf of the program committee. So a couple of words about the program committee. It's a group of volunteers that have no financing, and what they do is that they prepare ENOG program agenda. So we have now 20 people on the committee that started working last February on the current conference, and you can always see them differentiate by the red badges. And so they're open for your questions, and these people will also moderate plenary sessions. Here's the list of the program committee. So I thank you, so receive my profound thanks. The red badge colleagues, yes. So let me tell you about the conference that we have today at this Marriott Hotel. The plenary session, the main part, will take place here in this room. And in the evening, we shall use the Troitsky room slightly further. So that's our agenda. After the short introduction, we shall start the plenary session, and 2 plenary sessions with a coffee break in between. Then we shall have lunch in Samobranka Hotel. So for the newcomers, we shall arrange the novices tables for those who are the first-timers. And one level below the entrance to the hotel, there is a fountain, and there are tables around the fountain. So please, first-comers, come. We shall have lunch and talk. If you have questions, we shall certainly take them. After the lunch, we usually have a plenary session and 2 presentations in it. And at 5, after the coffee break, we shall start the tutorial training session in 2 rooms. Network automation seminar will be done by Evgeny here in this room. And RPQI masterclass on security of routing information, Alexander Azimov and Alexei Semenyavka in Troitsky room that I showed you. At 6:30, we shall start so-called BOF session. And yes. So I'll speak about the BOV session later, today at 3:30. at the plenary, we shall have a discussion panel between the experts on the matter why, on the reason why internet is still online. The technical experts will talk about the connectivity in the web and safety, security of the information and the ways to keep it and improve the security and connectivity. So today at 3:30. Birds of the feather sessions from ITF, and it means semi-formal communication. So today, for 30 or 40 minutes, we shall be talking about the legislation in the Russian web regulation and the network community influencing the processes at 6:30 today in this room. Birds of a feather. And then the agenda for tomorrow is not that loaded. We only have plenaries in this room, lunch for everyone. People go to Samobranka and around the fountain. There's no segregation. And then we shall have another plenary. And after the coffee break, we shall have the final session with a buffet. And as for the evening today, we shall have dinner at Yar restaurant. Approximately 20 minutes after BOF session, we shall arrange buses from the hotel straight to the restaurant. As far as I remember, it's about 2 kilometers walking distance. Working languages are Russian and English. For convenience, please get your headsets for translation, simultaneous translation outside of the room. And lightning talks, so brief presentations, up to 5 to 7 minutes brief talks. So today we accept, submit your requests before I guess 3 today. So tomorrow you will have a chance to make a brief presentation. So let me say a few words about the next conference that will take place early June in Tbilisi. Please think about coming to Tbilisi as a presenter or attendee. This is a wonderful season in that beautiful city. And I want to request, probably those who forgot, please carry your badges with your name clearly seen so that people could approach you. ENOG, simple reason, ENOG is just the meeting of all old friends and plenary sessions. This is a tool to build horizontal links in the community in such a way that any person would see the name of the colleague. So please don't hide your names. Program committee that I mentioned always wants to have new participants, always invites somebody to join. So at the end of each year, we receive applications for volunteering activities. So please watch our mailing list with the announcement, and then you will have a chance to participate. So we have other communications channels, and we shall be happy if you evaluate our presentations through via ENOG site. After you log in, you can also kind of make an evaluation. And we have the mailing list. You can subscribe. You see the address on the screen. And we have an active Telegram chat with the address. Very easy to participate. Almost 300 participants, and we have Twitter and RIPE NCC and First Tag. I'm done. I'm finished. If you have questions, please turn to any person with a yellow or blue as a host or red program committee, and we have an opportunity for any interested person to become a mentor. So any question, well, you can approach and address, and I'm thank you. I'm finished, and let us start our first presentation by Axel about the story about NCC.